What's up, guys? Twintuitive 717 here, back with another reading. We're going to dive right into a collective message around the twin flames. We'll talk about the divine masculines and the energy I'm picking up around feeling just really anxious right now. Okay, there could be a lot of irritation that they are feeling. And I was picking up on the word resentment, okay? And what I'm getting is like, there's been a lot of realizations happening with the divine masculine collective in regards to how they feel for the divine feminine. And I feel like a lot of what is developing, or some of the epiphanies or breakthroughs they've been having, they can't help but think of you, and they're being shown things through their dreams. And they know that you don't have anything to do with trying to convince them that you're someone important or you're an imperative part of their life journey. It's like you're not trying to convince them of that. Maybe you guys are at a distance, and this separation or this space is showing them exactly who it is you are, but it's being shown in a way that can't be denied. Okay, now that they're gathering or gaining or experiencing, seeing all of these things, okay, they're having a lot of feelings of resentment towards those people who might have just been in the way of you two connecting. Okay, I feel like many of you may not realize that like your divine masculine has spoken to others about you, or I shouldn't say you haven't realized, maybe you felt it intuitively, right? Maybe your dreams have shown you also just the obstacles that are present between you and your divine masculine, and some of the people that are those obstacles. Okay, but I feel like they've spoken to others about you in this connection, and they've not gotten the greatest advice. And I feel like it's not just the advice, it's the things that people had to say about the connection to you, or maybe just about you in general. And I feel like the reason a lot of your divine masculines are having so much resentment over it is because the universe is providing opportunities for you both to connect. And I feel like the more the bond deepens, the more they realize in retrospect, like just how wrong others might have been about you, how wrong they might have been about you as well. So I'm going to see just what is coming up to give you clarity around this energy. Okay, so many of the divine masculines just feeling a little restless, feeling a little irritable right now. What is this teaching them? Okay, so we have the dream of co-creation. Okay, so manifestation, ooh, divine partnership, and then frequency alignment. Okay, so it clearly tells me that these experiences are happening, or they might be feeling uncomfortable. I think I shared a reading recently that talked about them just kind of starting to feel uncomfortable with the separation. So feeling uncomfortable with the separation is like all of these realizations that they're having about divine partnership, like what love really means to them. You know, I do feel like if a lot of your divine masculines as well were dealing with a karmic partner that were aware of you, this karmic partner did everything in their power to convince or show this divine masculine that you might have been crazy, delusional. There's no such thing as these divine connections. The idea of twin flames are crazy. But I feel like they're seeing for themselves that it's like, it's not crazy. It's like these real experiences happening in my everyday life that points directly to this divine feminine. And more so the feelings, the emotions that are opening up, the way my heart is opening up, and my heart is being obedient to this divine feminine by just doing things that are morally correct. Like moral is another thing I feel like the divine feminines bring to the table, is like your presence alone cleanses the divine masculine. It's like this divine partnership between you two, where before you incarnated to earth, like you made this agreement, you made this pact to help others ascend, and you can't help others ascend by living life dishonestly, right? So these divine partnerships are designed to teach us about authenticity, okay? And that's why many of us are wrapped up in cycles already when the twin flame when the twin flame connection hits. That's why many of us will find ourselves already wrapped up with karmic situations or soulmate partnerships. But it's there to show you that, you know, shit happens, life happens. What are you gonna do about it, right? And more so, are you gonna do things by the book, because the universe is watching, and it's gonna hit you with a whole shitload of karma if you don't do things by the book. It's gonna test you in every single way. Okay, what is this card spinning around here? Metamorphosis, the in-between, a call to transformation. Okay, so a lot of big shifts happening with the divine masculines. I feel too like another message coming through very strongly with this card is like a call to transformation. I feel someone in this place of like choosing something and it's like, damn, this is not what I wanted, or I'm kind of feeling like I'm just going along agreeing to things that I don't really want to do. So big tower moments could be coming up in their life, and I do feel like many of them will eventually, or even if they are in the process of entering into contracts that they don't really want to. And many of you could observe that as well. Like a lot of your divine masculines could be just, walking the path of wearing the mask. Okay, they could be making decisions just based off of other people's needs, desires, wants. And I feel like for a lot of your masculines, a call to transformation is like the way they're living their life. Like many of them might be in this like people-pleasing energy, okay? And it starts with like just trying to please the outside world, like just trying to be picture perfect or hold this image that others are satisfied with. So they try to maintain that. I feel like a lot of the big transformation has a lot to do with like the death of that, like the death of that feeling of like, I don't have to live my life in this way just because it's aesthetically pleasing to you, or this is what you want for me, or this is what you think is best for me. Okay, because a lot of what the divine masculines want has a lot to do with this divine partnership. These twin flame journeys, these twin flame partnerships, they can't be ignored. Okay, and I feel like many of you are starting to learn that, specifically with the Divine Masculine Collective and a lot of the karmic situations that they've been wrapped up in. I'm seeing that the karmic situations are also starting to see that nothing can keep this apart. That's why many of the Divine Feminine started detaching and experiencing so much less resistance on the journey, because you started trusting the universe more. There was nothing that was happening on this journey that the universe wasn't going to show you, right? For the Divine Feminine Collective, I do feel like many of you honored this divine partnership. The dream of co-creation was, I don't need to be with you in the physical, but I do know my truth. And all is well, all is in divine timing here. And that was the Divine Feminine aligning her frequency to the Divine Masculine. And that alignment there, right? Like, I feel like the charge the Divine Feminine carries, the wisdom, the breakthroughs that you've had on the journey, that's why the universe shows you so many synchronicities, and you can connect very closely to animals and music and all of these magical things around you, because the universe is like, I'm going to show you that this shit is real so that you could just be patient with your unawakened twin. Okay, as unawakened as they will be, you will be patient, because I'm going to show you the magic in other ways. I'm going to show you that this is in fact a divine partnership. So if you can be patient while I show you the magic is there, when you experience separation, the Divine Feminine no longer is in that panic mode of like, oh my God. So therefore the karmic energies, like, they're weakening, right? They loved when you were in that panic mode over separation, because girl, you was a hot mess trying to chase this divine masculine and, ideally at times make a fool of yourself. The karmic would take that energy and go off and celebrate with it. But now many of you are preserving your energy. The universe is showing you that it's like, you don't need to be in the physical with this person. You're not missing out on anything. All of this is an illusion, right? So yeah, the call to transformation is pretty much the death. Metamorphosis represents the death. Somebody realizing that, man, this mask is getting heavy, and things that I really once cared about upkeeping, or this image that I once cared so much about maintaining, it's like the desire to do that is less and less, right? So the Divine Feminine is having this influence on the Divine Masculine to really just transform into this butterfly and create freedom for yourself so that you can fly in any direction that you want to, right? With the cocoon, they feel trapped in a sense. That's why I was saying before, I feel like many of them are entering into a contract that they're like, shit, like, what did I just do? Okay, let's get a card on the Divine Feminine's energy, and we'll see what is happening for you at this time. So non-action, slowing down, not yet, so frozen for a time. So I do feel like many of the Divine Feminines are being called to just slow down, have more faith, trusting in the journey, okay? And non-action as well represents that you trust in the separation. You trust that many of your Divine Masculines are realizing a lot of these karmic endings on their own. So there is a moment in time for you to go into that hermiting energy, or it could be the Hanged Man energy, where you're looking at life from a different perspective now. Like, I do feel like many of you are starting to see, like, what else is meant for me? What else am I meant to be doing, experiencing? And I know that many of you in the collective as well, you have wrestled around with the idea of dating, and I do feel like the universe brought that experience to many of you, and you're noticing some things about yourself. This frozen in time, I feel, represents many of you realizing, like, okay, that was a great experience. I've learned what I've had to learn. Back into my mode of non-action for some time. Many of you may be realizing the same way the divine masculines are realizing that it's like no one compares. Many of you who have, again, just had certain experiences where the universe is you could have been testing the universe in terms of this connection, right? Like as your divine masculine enters into a new contract, many of you might have been tempted to say, okay, well, I'm going to venture off on my path in this way. And the universe showed you that it's like you can venture off on your own path, but that's going a little too far off path, and you're gonna feel it because the connection with your counterpart is unlike any other. That's why they're having so much issues right now in a lot of their karmic situations, because many of them have maybe gone deeper into it at a time where it's like, damn, why am I feeling the connection now with my divine feminine so heavily? At a time where I'm not supposed to be thinking about this, right? I'm supposed to be moving on from this. I'm supposed to be going in a new direction. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and close off this message. And what I want to do is I'm going to cut the deck in half, and I'll get one message here just about this love between you two, and just staying the course and staying patient and trusting in what it is you intuitively, or twin-intuitively, I should say, just know about each other and know about yourselves, okay? Because I feel like this reading is going to be for many of you who, like, damn, you still feel this connection to this person. You still feel their energy very, very strongly. And it's like, even though you may see things happening on the 3D that should make you go running in the other direction, it's actually doing the opposite and showing you how much this person actually cares for you. Or for some of you, they could be showing you just how much they mirror your own experiences. And that in itself is a sign for many of you that you really are on the journey with your person, okay? So I'm going to cut the deck in half, and we'll see what the universe wants you to know about this beautiful, passionate connection, okay? So there you have it, guys. This is going to be an intuitive message about two people realizing, which has been a major theme on the journey so far, but something's got to give, okay? You two are completely magnetized to each other with the magnet there, but the big scissors represents that metamorphosis, right? The in-between, being able to make a clean break or a clean cut. You can't continue to go through cycles of separation anymore. This divine partnership, it's going to continue to strengthen over time, okay? You two aren't going to stop wanting to meet one another, is what I'm getting. Okay, it's always going to be a situation of resurfacing back into one another's life. It's always going to be some big drawn out conversation about how you guys can't do this, how you can't be anything more than friends, blah, 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 blah. And then, it's like the next minute you're embracing each other in a passionate exchange, So I feel like, the truth is coming out, especially for the Divine Masculine Collective. Many of the Divine Feminines are really learning just attachment. It's like, man, I really just had to leave this alone this entire time. But you live and you learn, so don't ever regret any of those cycles, because I feel like, sometimes it's like you have to make those mistakes and you have to experience certain repercussions of like reaching out and trying to, fix your twin or heal your twin or trying to make things work. And, it takes a lot on the journey to realize that it's about you, it's about the individual choices that you're making. You two may fill each other's cup, yes, but as long as there's, third-party energies that you're always having to look back at that are clear obstacles in the way, it's always going to be those obstacles in the way until you guys can do the right thing. Do the connection by the book, having honest and mature conversations, not being afraid to break karmic contracts. For many of the Divine Feminines, if you're caught up in some kind of soulmate or karmic connection, but you also, want your Divine Masculine there, the universe will continuously show you that with the scissors here, something's got to give. Yes, this is, a magnetic connection, okay? Yes, it is abundant, but you can't be caught up in a whole other life and still do this, okay? Metamorphosis, someone's avoiding, maybe that tower moment by staying in the cocoon in a safe place, but, sooner or later, they're not realizing that it's like there is a big transformation that's coming. It's going to have a lot to do with just like your spiritual awareness, your spiritual awakening. Ascension doesn't stop on the journey. So for many of the twin flames out there who you might see your counterpart, in another relationship, and deep down inside you're just like, gosh, I know it's not real, it's not authentic. It's like, yeah, but you just got to leave it alone so that they see it, right? It's like, what other areas of your life can you focus on that maybe you're not being authentic, right? Maybe you're not giving your best. Maybe you're not doing the best for yourself. Maybe you're spending too much time watching your twin, hoping that their karmic situation fails versus starting up your new business endeavor, versus going back to school and taking that course that you really wanted, leveling up on, earning more money for yourself so that you could take that vacation. There's so many things that this journey, I feel, is bringing to the table. And, a lot of the karmic situations as well are really assisting with this. So, yeah, definitely some tables turning, towers falling, realizations happening. I do see, two people realizing that they cannot run from the twin flame journey. Yes, people can cause delays. There can be detours, but you two will always find your way back to one another to consistently show you that this means something here. This connection between you two, it means something. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys for this one. You guys take it easy. If you would like a personal reading with me, go ahead and check out my Hipsy profile. I do have a promotion going on right now where you get 15% off all of my recorded services. So check out the description box, check out some of the links that I have in my bio, and you will find me there. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next reading. Bye, guys.